now, before the process goes any further. And while I'm still in control, you could just say killing Brandon was a crime of passion. You beat up your girlfriend, you went nuts. You could plead down to lesser than premeditation. Save your brother's career. You know, if not, if you drag this on, then Dante stays compromised, and it's gonna come back to get him.
God, Lord, but you love the sound of your own voice.
Yeah.
Diane, get Michael out of here right now.
Look, you don't rule this world, okay, Morgan? Michael's being charged with murder. Well, unless you would like to confess.
I feel like an idiot. When I suggested you and Jason should have a baby, I mean, I really thought it was possible. Whatever, the road to hell, right?
I don't blame you for anything, Carly. I'm actually really grateful to you.
You're grateful.
All the things I couldn't bring myself to say to myself. Yes, I have wanted a child with Jason. I just didn't have the courage to deal with the disappointment.
Yeah, and now because of me.
Because of you, I found out that Jason and I have a chance. We have a really good chance at becoming parents.
When you were crying, they were tears of joy.
Tears of so much joy, relief, sadness, and a lot of guilt because it took Jason losing Jake for us to even get to the point where we could discuss having kids. I mean, we had completely moved past it. Jason was clear that he didn't want them. I was clear that I didn't need them. And once we established that, I had completely moved on from the thought.
So you're not mad at me?
In this moment, I actually like you.
Wow, hold on to that. I'm sure that won't last long.
I mean, you forced the issue in your bulldozy, Carly, forcing the issue kind of way, and it was really annoying at first, but it did lead to what I found out today, that not only am I a good candidate for the procedure, but my chances of actually being able to carry full term are better than 50%. So I could actually hug you
Okay,
right now.
okay, let's not get carried away. I am so happy for you. I am happy for you, I am happy for Jason, and I have to tell you, I think this is perfect because I believe this is exactly what Jason needs.
We got enough evidence against Michael to bring murder charges. So if you got something game-changing to offer, you may want to do it now.
No one's offering anything today.
Yeah, I want to see the video footage.
Oh, how do you know we have that?
Mr. Morgan is on the video footage. He has every right to see it. All right. Okay, now watch. Watch, right? I'm freezing it right there. What do you see?
I see Michael holding Brandon at gunpoint.
No, it is Michael. Yes, but it's shot from behind. It's impossible to tell what, if anything, is in his hand.
You know, she's got a point, Ronnie. I mean, we can't tell if he's got a gun in his hand or if he's just giving the guy directions.
Wow, you're unbelievable.
Huh?
Yeah, you run right to Jason. You can't get there fast enough, telling him everything and anything that we do here at the station, and now you're twisting yourself in knots to disparage the evidence? You're on thin ice, pal, I'm telling you. I mean, you're still on thin ice from the last time that you tried to protect your brother.
Okay, detective. And I'm assuming it is still detective, right? Because I'm just waiting with bated breath for the day that you are demoted down to traffic cop. Now, did I just hear you berate a fellow officer for pointing out an obvious flaw in your so-called evidence?
Dante, you need to get out of this as soon as you can. Well, unless you don't mind the brass thinking you're knee-deep in a murder cover-up.
Do you remember?
No, don't get carried away because there is a 50-50 chance that Jason and I having a baby could spell disaster.
Okay, stop. It's not going to be disaster, Sam. You're gonna be an amazing mother. And Jason, he's a natural father.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time he held Michael in his arms, and he fell in love. And it was awesome. And funny watching Jason become putty in the tiny hands of a child.
I wish I could have seen that.
You're gonna see it. And you're gonna fall in love with Jason even more. I mean, being a father, I believe, brings out the best in Jason. I hate the fact that he couldn't be a father to Jake. I do. And I know that everyone was trying to do the right thing, so I won't focus on that, but Jason gave up more. He gave up everything. And what really is the hard part to understand is that this 4-year-old dies, not because of the mob, but because of some random accident that no one could predict.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen Jason this upset.
You're gonna fix it. You are. You're gonna fix it. You're gonna make him happy. Sam, I believe a baby is gonna heal Jason.
Detective, if you have an issue with the conduct of a fellow officer, I suggest you take it up with internal affairs. And right now, your conduct, far more questionable than that of Detective Falconeri. Doesn't even matter. My priority, my clients. Because this little powwow has done nothing but waste everybody's time. So far, you haven't shown me one shred of evidence, concrete, irrefutable, which connects Jason Morgan or Michael Corinthos to the crime.
I love lawyers. You know, you think if you string enough words together, you could talk your way out of anything.
Okay, well, maybe my fault. Maybe I've just misunderstood, and this grainy cell phone footage is just a preamble. And now you're going to click forward and show me the real evidence. Something other than Michael having a conversation with Brendan Lowell. Because that's all you got. There is no weapon. Brendan Lowell walks away from that conversation alive and unharmed. You know, I could make a case for unprofessionalism with regard to you, because the higher-ups tend to take a dim view of cops who misrepresent evidence in order to coerce a confession.
Listen, I made sure Michael's lawyer was present before questioning. I didn't misrepresent a damn thing. We got tape here with Michael confronting the victim, and then said victim shows up with 2 bullets in the back of his head. Execution style, I may add. It was a little sloppy, though. It was like someone trying to earn their stripes.
Speculative, and I might add, defamatory.
Look, Ronnie, we don't have enough evidence to hold Michael, okay? So unless you want to confess to something after all.
No.
You know what? Why don't you get out, okay? 2, you need to decide which one of you need to get your affairs in order, because this is not going away.
Careful, Detective. Your personal bias is showing.
You may want to stick around and consult with Detective Falconeri, because this internal affairs investigation may happen sooner than you think.
Man did was buy us some time because that cell phone footage will be admissible in court.
It doesn't prove anything.
It doesn't matter. The prosecutors are going to be able to convince a jury that the gun is in your hand, whether they can actually see it or not. That's what lawyers do.
Yeah, the justice system, right? Yeah, what crap.
Well, it's a fact of our life, so I need the truth. Did you kill Brandon?
No. Jason, I would never lie to you, I swear.
You might feel like you have to if Abby were involved.
What do you mean, Abby?
Are you covering for Abby? Did she kill Brandon? Does she have an alibi?
Do you? Neither do I. It doesn't prove
You haven't
anything.
answered the question. You know Abby didn't kill Brandon. Why? Just because she says so?
She would never let me take the fall for something that she did. She wouldn't, Jason.
Okay, I believe that.
Yeah, then why are we having this
Because
conversation?
maybe Abby's hoping it doesn't get that far.
You know, it sounds like you've already decided that she's guilty.
I gotta be prepared.
Prepared to protect me at all costs, right? Because God knows I can't take care of myself. Look, don't even think about trying to pin a murder on Abby to save me. I will not let that happen.
I understand that you want Abby protected, okay? And for your sake, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep her safe, but I need your help.
Okay, just tell me what to
Okay,
do.
this is not gonna go away. The cops are gonna keep pushing. They're gonna pressure Abby, they're gonna pressure you, just like Ronnie always does. He's gonna push your buttons about Abby. You cannot let him get to you.
Okay, I hear you. I'll be aware. You would have done it.
Done what?
Confess yourself to take the heat off me.
Abby wants you confessing to something that you didn't do.
Look, all my life I've known how to act in an honorable way. You taught me that. I'm never gonna do anything you wouldn't do. Look, all my life I've known how to act in an honorable way. You taught me that. I'm never gonna do anything you wouldn't do.
Hey, I have some incredible news. Dr. Lee says I am an excellent candidate for the surgery, and if it works, I can get pregnant and safely carry a baby to term. I told Dr. Lee to be brutally honest. Forget trying to put a positive spin on things. If I'm not a good candidate, I wanted to know up front. And guess what? Not only am I a good candidate, I am an excellent. What's wrong?
I'm happy for you. And I want you to have a kid, but... Are you sure you want to have one with me?
I would love to have a family someday, but if you've changed your mind and decided that this isn't what you want, there's no point in me having this procedure with Dr. Lee. I don't want to have a family with anyone else.
You just shouldn't have to give up everything to be with me.
Okay, but you told me you would love me whether I had a child or not, right? Okay, well, that goes both ways. And I wouldn't trade our life together for anything, Jason.
You know, I've accepted that no one can keep a kid safe all the time. I also know that kids learn by example. Michael has. Look what it's done to him.
Okay, it's fine. Michael has made choices that you don't agree with, but you have to support them. You know that.
I tell Michael all the wrong things, Sam. I mean, how could I even consider messing up another kid's life?
You think you can read people so well? You couldn't be more wrong about yourself. Who do you think taught Michael about loyalty and integrity? About taking responsibility for his actions? Jason, the business may be corrupt, but you are not. I know Michael's gonna be okay, whatever happens, because he has you to look up to. You are a good man. And you would make an amazing father. But if you're having your doubts, I don't want to push you.
I want to have a family with you. Just not dealing with things the way I should be right now. You know, the night Brandon died, I took off on my bike to clear my head, help me stop. Help me stop thinking about Jake. Just for a minute. I should have taken Brandon out before anybody else had the chance.
I know you always want to take care of everyone else, Jason, but your son just died. You're allowed to grieve.
Yeah, but if I give in to what I'm feeling, I'm just worried I'm gonna do something that I can't take back.
Jason! Come on, open the door, damn you!
Luke, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's great. Nothing like killing a kid to pick up your spirits. Jason! I'm down here. Come on, let's dance!
He's not here.
Oh. Well, I want to leave a message. You want to get a pen? Tell your boyfriend that he can take his self-righteous attitude and his too little too late parental outrage and shove it somewhere where the sun won't sunburn it.
Excuse me?
Jason was never Jake's father. He was a glorified sperm donor. Now, where does he get off now, having all this parental outrage, having all these opinions about how Jake lived and died? As far as I'm concerned, your boyfriend is a coward who has no right to an opinion about kids, fatherhood, designated drivers, or any other damn thing. You got it? You sure you don't want to write it down? Because it's important that he gets this message.
No visitors until she's been processed. You want to wait, you do it over there. All right? The sooner I could have you booked, the sooner you could have your high-priced lawyer come in and try to cut her loose.
I'm staying with Abby.
I don't know if you noticed, but she's in custody. Okay? And since you don't wear a badge, you're not going to call those shots. All right? So take a seat, or I'm going to take your ass into lockup.
Just go, okay?
Yeah,
Please,
come
I
on,
can handle this.
Oh, this is how you help Abby? by calling in your uncle, the hitman. Sorry to tell you guys, but your talents are wasted here. Jason, you should have called Diane Miller. You know, that should be always the first call, is the lawyer. I can't believe you didn't teach him that after all the times you've been locked.
Are you gonna book me or not?
I've never seen somebody begging to be locked up.
You know what? I'd rather sit in a cell than watch you provoke Michael.
You know what? I'm doing my job, okay? I can't help it if your boyfriend here has a temper.
You go to hell.
Hey. Ronnie is looking for any excuse to bust you. If you can't hold it together, you need to go.
Forget it. Stay with Abby.
I'm not sure when Jason will be back, but I'll let him know you stopped by.
Oh, wait.
Under the circumstances, I'm not really sure that's a good idea.
I'm sorry, Sam. It can't be easy for you to listen to me vomit up all this poison. I apologize. But you know, Jason screwed you over just like he did Lucky. Poor Elizabeth. She was so messed up she didn't know what was going on, but Jason knew. Yeah, he betrayed my son, and then he lied to his face, and then he dumped the kid on Lucky to raise.
No, Lucky loved Jake like his own.
That's my point. He loved Jake like his own. And he stepped in there to fill the fatherhood gap left by your big, strong boyfriend. So now, what the hell is this? Jason's got all these opinions about how Jake lived and died. Now he's a grieving parent. It's too late. You tell him he wants to avenge the kid's death. I'm at the Haunted Star, waiting. In my office.
Hey. Listen, I called Diane, okay? She's in court on another case, but she's gonna get here as soon as she can.
I don't want Abby sitting in lockup waiting to make bail. There's got to be somebody else you can call me. What about Alexis?
Alexis, she's good, but she's not gonna keep Abby out of lockup. The police are allowed to hold her until her arraignment, and that could be weeks if the DA drags his feet.
Okay, we can't let that happen. Look, you know what prison's like, Jason. Abby doesn't belong there.
She's not going to Pentonville. They're gonna keep her right here at county.
That doesn't mean she's going to be safe. Come on.
Okay, there are a few cops that owe me and Sonny. I'll call in those favors, have them keep an eye on Abby.
Okay, if you have any leverage, you have to use it to get Abby out. Please, she doesn't belong here. She's been hurt enough.
Abby.
Make it clear, okay, to the Trujillos. If they're gonna side with Johnny, they're gonna have to deal with the consequences. Absolutely. All right, I'll call you back.
Hey, I'm sorry. Max said I could come in.
Yeah. What's going on?
Okay, so Luke stopped by the penthouse, and
Is Jason there?
No, thank God, because Luke was drunk and he was completely out of control. And I'm glad he wasn't there because I wouldn't want him to hear the things that he was saying.
What? Was he
I
talking
don't
about
know.
Jake?
He was completely out of control. Yes, he was talking about Jake. He was talking about Jason. He's looking for a fight, Sonny. He said that he was going to be down at the Haunted Star.
Okay, his guilt. He's got guilt. He's gonna self-destruct is what he's doing.
Yeah, I know, and I need you to go to him and tell him to back down because if he pushes Jason, Jason is going to push back.
I'll do what I can do. I mean, but it looks like Luke's hell-bent on destroying himself. And he's not gonna stop until Jason gives him what he wants.
I know you want to help. Okay, but no one can do anything until my arraignment. You may as well just go home.
No, I'm not leaving you.
Michael, it's been a long day. Okay, when they finish processing me, I'll probably just fall asleep.
It's not that easy. They turn the lights off, but it doesn't block out the noise. Nothing does.
Remember when the cops raided Vaughn's a while back? They pulled me off stage in the middle of my set. Made me wait to be released until, I was wearing next to nothing. It was humiliating. Okay, compared to that, this will be no problem.
This isn't right. Ronnie knows you're innocent. He's just doing this to force Jason's hand. Get him to confess to Brandon's murder.
Why would you care if I got arrested?
Okay, if Ronnie gets Michael to lose his temper and take a swing, it's a parole violation. Ronnie's counting on the fact that I would do anything to keep him from going back to prison.
So Ronnie's plan only works if you play into it. Don't give him that satisfaction, Michael.
I just hate that you're being hurt because of me.
This is not your fault. Brandon was giving me problems long before I met you. In a way, this was inevitable.
Hey, how could Ronnie hold her here without any proof?
Okay, let's go talk over here. Come on, let's go.
Mac or something? What, tell him that he's harassing Abby, trying to get Jason to do a false confession.
Michael, we got a witness. One of the regulars at Vaughn's. He said he's sorry. He knows Abby well.
Okay.
He's sorry. Shoot him.
He's lying. Look, Dante, you gotta do something.
I don't know, Michael. I think Abby did it.
Hey.
Got your message. What's wrong?
Okay, remember when you came here and you asked me to keep Jason from killing Luke?
Yeah?
Well, I don't think that's going to be possible anymore.
What happened?
Luke came here looking for Jason, and he was really drunk.
Well, of course he was. He can't get through the day without a fifth of scotch in his system.
Yeah, well, thank God Jason wasn't here because Luke was going off. Lucky it would not have been pretty.
My dad's trying to goad Jason into killing him, isn't he?
He's not going to have to try very hard.
You know, you were just as crooked as Ronnie. Railroading Abby to get back at Dad and Jason.
Michael, stop!
No, you hate that I want to be like them, right? That's why you're doing this. Why can't you understand that it's my life? And if you have a problem with the way I live it, you come at me, not Abby.
That's enough.
That's why I didn't want Michael here.
Whoa. What are you doing?
You punched a cop in a room full of witnesses. All right, I can't look the other way this time.
Okay, well, we're gonna call this a disagreement between two brothers, right? Let's just leave it at that. Are we clear? Get him out of here, please.
Let's go. Come on.
Hey, you know your witness is a liar? There's no way he could have saw Abby shoot Brandon.
Michael!
Abby didn't kill Brandon. I did.